So I know a lot of us are wanting to know, what kind of results can someone expect to see?
Well, I think that's a great question because we all want to know how it's going to make a difference. And I would say it varies somewhat depending on the person's agenda.
Right.
And at the same time, it can look like an increased level of effectiveness, just being more effective in your work, being more efficient, more focused, having a stronger ability to be resilient in the face of challenge. So having strategies to actually bounce back when things get difficult. And on the other side, it could be as simple as having increased energy.
Right.
And being more excited about your life, and also having a greater sense of purpose, and also just the simplicity of being happy and peaceful. Because I hear so many people yearning for peace, but those would be some things that you could look at. And there's, for example, there was a client that I worked with who she came with the intention of wanting to focus on her creativity and staying calm. And so we were able to create a program for her that gave her those results. And another client that I had really wanted to get clarity around her career. So we approached it, and in conjunction with that, she wanted to be able to stay centered when things kind of spun her out. And so the result of her doing that, though, was that she was able to step back, get perspective, and then make a decision about her career.
Beautiful, beautiful. That sounds great. So pretty much anything you want.
Yeah,
almost.
It's really, as long as it ties back to bringing who you truly are out into the world and living your gifts.
Right.
And around fulfillment and freedom and flow, it all ties in.
Beautiful. So I'm sure you have a big vision for what you're doing.
I do. I do. It's really, it's actually fun to have created a big vision, and mine is actually to create a movement amongst women leaders and in this area and potentially across the region or in the U.S. or I don't know how broad. But I just really think that women are on the cutting edge of some amazing work, and it's my sense that there's this possibility of having a ripple effect, of them kind of experiencing the transformation for themselves and really understanding what their formula is, because part of one of the other results that I do for each of my individual programs is helping them design a Soul Moxie success formula so that they know exactly what they need when they kind of get distracted or fall off their focus or feel overwhelmed, so that they can return. So helping women learn what their formula is, then they can take their learning and share it with other people. So then it's this ripple effect where it can just kind of spread out, where more and more people are then getting permission to actually live who they really are, to live their gifts. Because we can see through history that some of the most profound changes happened when people were really living their passions and who they are.
Sure, absolutely. Now the name of your program, and you'll correct me if I'm wrong, is Transforming Intentions into Actions Program. Discover simple steps to get on your path and out of your own way. Is that correct?
So this is, yes, it's an upcoming teleseminar series. So I teach seminars over, it's like a conference call, and this is one that's an upcoming event.
So, and this is separate from your individual coaching, obviously.
Correct. This is one that would be geared for anyone who wants to be involved, who's just an individual kind of out on their own, but it's a group program.
Okay, and so I just want to let everyone know, so if they want information on you or that, they would go to www.soulmoxie.net.
Yes.
And they can reach you via email at robin@soulmoxie.net.
Yes.
And your phone number is 303-282-1077, right?
That's right.
Okay, right.
That's right.
Beautiful.
And on the website for upcoming events, that's on the blog page.
Okay, all righty. And, if you could, just real quick, because we're almost out of time, if you could just share one recommendation with driven women, what might that be?
It would be to really learn to listen. Listen to your soul, listen to that inner wisdom that we all have, so that you can, again, do the work that's most meaningful to you and most profound for you. And there is definitely a sense of urgency around it, because we're working with an outmoded model. And it's one that's drive, push, push. And we can see in the environment that that's not working, because we're depleting our resources and we're depleting our internal resources. So I would say listen, learn to reflect on what is, what was, what you want to be, and then really make conscious choices about your future.
Right, and all about that flow. That's
Absolutely.
That's really a lot of what you're talking
Yeah,
about.
because when we're tight and we're busy, we don't have that flow and we get out of touch with who we really are.
Right. So, and it is urgent
Yeah,
because, like you're saying, it's not working.
no.
No.
And we can, and especially I think for women with all the different roles, you know, not to diminish, I mean, I think men are doing a ton as well, but we wear a lot of hats. And I think if we also are going to be the ones who are making these shifts, because it is time, and I think we can see in the world that they're really yearning for a new kind of leadership. And my sense is that the leadership and shifts, you know, at the community level or in a grander scheme,
Beautiful.
you know, it can happen there.
Awesome.